Great, thanks. Hi, my name is DJ Didana. I'm the co-founder and chief operating officer of the Entrepreneurial Finance Lab. We go by EFL, I go by DJ to try to keep it short for you. We are the world's first thin-file emerging market credit scoring company, trying to tackle a $1.5 trillion problem that banks face in emerging economies, which is, how do you bank the unbankable? The reason I say unbankable is because banks are tackling these small business lending problems in the same way they've done it with corporate lending for decades. And that is by requiring the same sorts of collateral, proving capitalization, requiring credit bureau information and identity, which just doesn't exist in a lot of the markets in which we work. What EFL does is it measures one thing that all small businesses have in common, and that's the people that run it. Let me explain. Our innovation is threefold. First, we have a battery of innovative, non-traditional questions for loan applications, developed out of a Harvard Research Institute, research funded by Google.org across 4 countries on 2 continents, tested across thousands of actual borrowers in micro lending institutions, SME lending institutions, and even venture capital institutions. Second, an algorithm which measures these. So using a Bayesian statistical model to determine across several thousand individuals in the initial research model which dimensions are predictive of success, and verified over 40,000 applications that have been done to date, lending based solely on the EFL assessment. That's close to $250 million, about $2 million per week across 20 countries of loans that are being made based on the EFL assessment. And third, we have an innovative technology platform which hosts bank applications, allows them to score applicants in a way they've never been able to do so before, and also to analyze risk in a way that they couldn't measure before. Now, I'll show you a little bit how it works. This is my colleague Colin, who's moonlighting as a hand model, which is why he was chosen to help run the platform here. It's not the most sexy platform that you'll ever see, but it is potentially one of the most flexible. It can be administered online or offline, using Android or Windows-based, on PCs, tablets, or mobile phones, depending on what the bank needs, administered at the branch or in the field. Now, essentially, what the assessment measures is 2 broad characteristics. One, someone's willingness to repay, and second, someone's ability. Now, willingness basically comprises of 2 factors, someone's honesty and ethics. You can't just ask someone, are you an honest person? Have you ever told a lie? Obviously, you're not going to get much out of that. But what the research shows and what our data actually indicate is that someone's view of the external world around them actually predicts how honest and ethical they are. So in South Africa, they call these suitcase loans. You show up to the bank, you put the money in a suitcase, you never see you again. Now, questions like these, what percentage of managers steal from their company, can actually lead to show whether or not they're going to default, and can change the default rate by up to 8%. So let's answer 40% here. The other component is someone's ability, entrepreneurial ability. There's 3 components to this. First of all, someone's personality. So again, over this research that's not only academic-based, but also proven in actual lending done against it, you see that someone's personality, their optimism, their drive, what's called locus of control. Do you believe the future is within kind of your hands or just kind of external events acting upon you? Will kind of prove to see whether or not they repay the loan. So when good things happen to me, it's usually because of luck. Let's say disagree. Third is someone's business skills. So not like whether or not they have an MBA, but basically 4 fundamental things that determine whether or not they're going to be successful in business. So can you manage inventory? Do you know the difference between sales and profits? For example, this, which is the most important for your business? Better prices, better quality, personal relationships. There's no right or wrong answer here, but it does go to show kind of how they view the world around them. Let's say quality here. And then finally, intelligence. Not education-based crystallized intelligence, but fluid intelligence. So memory, numeracy. What the academic research shows, and again, what's been verified by us, is this digit span recall test will show a string of digits, we'll hide them for 5 seconds, and then someone has to recall those digits. The more digits you can remember actually prove to decrease default by 0.5%. Now, once you get up around 13 or 14, then you know that you're kind of cheating and gaming the system, so digit recall above that actually increases default. So what happens was the loan officer is administering this assessment. Traditionally, you might have to have a 2-hour or so application. You're sitting with the client. This is all kind of done by the client themselves at their place of business, freeing up the loan officer to count inventory, perform referral calls, other aspects of being a loan officer and a business banker. Now we'll switch to the PC. While this is happening, EFL is scoring the applicant and delivering it into a secure web application on the back end of a bank server. So let's take a look at one of the applicants here. What it enables you to do is look through, see the decision of the loan, the score, the actual risk, the loan amount that they've been approved for. This is obviously all kind of set by cutoffs with the bank itself. See the process of the loan among the application status, really give them some more analytics as to what's happening on their back end. Let's take a closer look into the applicant themselves. More information so you can look at the applicant's picture. Identification is a big issue in a lot of the markets in which we work. So capturing their picture as a form of identification, capturing their fingerprint. Actually, the act of capturing a fingerprint, even if you don't do anything with it, has been shown to reduce default by up to 40%, taking pictures of inventory, et cetera. And then also institutions will use kind of our platform and our tablets in order to gauge location. So not only to help the people inside the bank service the clients better, but again, if applicants know that you know where they're located, they're more likely to repay. It helps you service the clients better, it reduces default, et cetera. So essentially what you have here is a way to gain information on individuals that you couldn't lend to before. Have another type of information, more sophisticated information on individuals that you have been able to lend to before. And more broadly, understanding about an actual individual's capabilities and quality, which enable small business lending. So EFL has been expanding across the globe. Recently, we've expanded to Southeast Asia and Indonesia. We're looking for innovative bank partners where we can help you guys bank the unbankable. Thanks.